T. Navigate me from point A to B. Looking for the gold, but not what you think. I want that honey, honey, honey. Just so sweet to me. Give me that honey, 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 yeah. Let's take it. Spend all my money, money, money. Live a little bit of it. I want that honey, honey, honey.
Good evening and welcome to Indie Love and Love Belvin to discuss Inevitably Love. Y'all was in here waiting on us, boy. We was having some technical glitches, but we're here
I was.
having a wonderful Sunday after evening. It is evening.
Mhm.
Hope everyone's having good Sunday evening. Hey y'all. Hey Tara, Rachel, Nita. It says it's like 22
Hey,
of y'all in here already.
Nita. Rachel. Rachel's in the house.
Yeah.
Monique's back. Tara.
Miss Love, I didn't know Love was hanging out last night, y'all. She was having her a good time. I saw it on Facebook and was like,
Child.
oh, we's out
She
partying
literally.
last night.
Too much.
Hey Teresa. Hey girl. Hey. Andrea. Moni. Love.
FBI girl. Who's FBF?
FBA. FBA.
FBA. Yeah. I said but I was about to say Foundational Black American Girl. All right
Okay.
now. Autumn. Hey, Autumn.
Hey
Sophia.
Autumn.
Hi, Sophia. Hey. Renee is in the house.
Uh-oh. All right, y'all. So let's just jump right into this. I have my first question, and I got some questions from Lisa has been reading, and when Lisa reads, she comments and posts and things. I'm so glad I had already read before Lisa started reading. So
Okay, Jamaica. You sound like
no,
Jamaica.
I mean, as far as like some things that she's brought up, and as she's reading, she's she's commenting and saying stuff, and it was like some stuff was like, girl, bye, and the other stuff was like, and it brought up some good things to talk about, during the chat. So my first thing is, because you changed the name, to change the title. You kind of talked about it a little bit. So what prompted you to change the title?
I'm still on my board, The Inevitable. I just felt it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. The Inevitable. It didn't feel romancy. Not that it has to, but it just didn't feel right. So I was between Inevitably Love, period. Because remember, in the meantime was the ... meaning more to come. Like I'm stuck in the meantime. So I knew this was gonna be the finale. So I'm thinking like it's gonna be love. This is what I do. This is what we do. We do happily ever after. I do my job, get my clients in a place. And then I was thinking about love inevitably, because that'll put me in it. Like Love Belvin, inevitably she's gonna screw people up, put them back together. It's just what she does. And I was like, I think I like the Inevitably Love. And then I'm like, point blank, period, full stop. So that one over. I was going back and like, because every night when I write, especially like if I'm over like 5,000 words or something, I email the manuscript to myself. I don't know if I ever told you that. Just in case something goofy happens with my laptop or whatever, at least it's email. So anytime I write in a subject line, I will go between the two. And I say, well, whichever one I land on is going to be that. And here we go. Inevitably Love.
Okay.
Period.
You see, Teresa, Lisa, if you haven't read it,
look.
and you in her group, now it's in her group. I will say this: it's not just her on her page; it's in her group. But if you haven't read,
waited until both of them were out to start, right?
Yeah, I think she went back to back. She did, and Tara is right. You'd be like, and then at one point she said,
Hey,
and I knew where it was, and she said, I'm not gonna say anything because that's a spoiler. Girl, you've been giving spoilers.
She wrote up a very, very nice and touching review. I was like, that's my Lisa? Her review was very, very moving. I really do appreciate it. She said to me, love, your reviews make me wordy. I said, okay, fair. Taia.
Hey, Vivian.
Hi is in here.
I sent hi. We will see hi in the next few weeks.
Hey, hi. All right now. Hey, Yanni. Erica is in the house. Miss I believe in Ezra. I love her. Taia should have been with me last night. I was thinking about her because she and I we have the same loves for R&B artists, and Raheem Devon so happens to be one. Taia, he is small. He is short, very friendly, very very friendly, but he's
Oh,
he's
I saw. Okay, I was like, oh, she taking pictures and posing, and y'all
short.
had you had amazing teats. I'm like, okay, I need to be like Love when I grow up.
Love over Diddy. Okay, I just I did. I start my 3-day fast tomorrow. I was telling you I was supposed to start at 5, but I'm gonna hydrate and then I'll start it tomorrow. So I need to drop a few pounds, you know. So
Yo,
we'll
when
see.
it tells me that, I just be rolling my eyes because it's like, girl, bye.
No, I do.
Everybody's journey for how they want their body is different. So,
Yeah. He has gotten a lot smaller, but he's shorter Taia than I thought he was. Yeah, he had to get small. He like to open up that shirt. He ain't open it last night though. Always short, had a little weight. Yes, and Taia, see, we're always on the same page. I thought he was stockier than he is, and he's not. But Raheem got to get back into the gym. Oh, I love seeing Raheem Devon, and I don't even crush on him. I just love his music. It's just amazing. Okay, okay. And I mean, inevitably love. Taia and I, we would talk on the side later.
okay, so y'all can drop y'all questions in as I start my questions. I like the direction that you took them in. I mean, you gave them drama, but you didn't give them a whole lot of drama. Like, I shouldn't say a whole lot. It was enough. Just the whole from in the meantime from the whole prostitute. Um, what was she kept calling him? Her John? Was she calling him her John?
John,
That was driving me crazy. Like, stop calling
Jane
him
and
that.
John. Yeah, Jane and John.
Stop calling him that. I tell you who really got on my nerves. Her assistant. I can't think of her name right this minute.
Mika.
Mika got on my last nerve. And
Yeah.
I'm not that I wasn't sympathetic to what she was going
Right,
through,
right.
but like all of that misplacement
hmm
was at hating unnecessarily.
It was
Unnecessary.
very unnecessary.
And then to go through all of that.
Just to find out he's not who you thought he was, which is a message in that within itself. That
Right.
was a message in it. And also, like, I think this is what Hayden was trying to explain to Ishan. That could have been my story. We both had reckless nights. That could have
Mhm.
been my story, but fortunate for me, it went a different way. I hope it's going the right way. But that was a lesson within itself. Like, you got to be careful the way we,
The way we moving out here in these
yes,
streets.
yeah.
These streets. And then not that I'm a proponent of the steps that she took, but what if you had kept that baby?
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, can you
Mm-hmm.
imagine to then find out I'm pregnant and I'm having this baby and you got a whole wife. I can't remember if you said he had children. I know you had a whole wife,
I think he did. I think he had a whole family.
whole family.
A whole family. And
And
what if look, so best case scenario, if she kept the baby and then they and Hayden and Ishan ended up together and then Hayden thought to say, hey, your employee, impregnated my and at best, Ishan could have probably made sure he paid child support. At best. But with child support, who's to say it would have really helped Mika? It was
right,
just like it was just cautionary tale in terms of us minding our bodies and our hearts.
right.
We can have freedom with our bodies, but let's mind our hearts. Let's protect our hearts.
Okay, so I wanted to remember that. I wanted to get that off my chest. But how do y'all feel about how she went to him, Lisa?
Hey, Lisa Boo.
Hey, Lisa girl. How she went to him first, like. after the big blow up, because he hurt my feelings when he told her "fuck you" Hayden at the end. That hurt my
That was
feelings.
harsh, right? I mean, you felt
Yeah,
it.
like, bruh, are you serious right now?
Mhm,
So the
mhm.
fact that she went to him with a peace offering. Hey Roz, it's my Roslyn.
Roz is here. Hey, Roz.
Yes, Roz is here. That she went to him with the peace offering,
Mhm,
um, which was corny, but I liked it.
mhm, mhm,
All the little trinkets and then
mhm.
where do they end up? They end up right to where they got
They they before that big split, yeah, that 2 week hiatus, yeah,
right.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, and I felt like he really just at that point, although it wasn't written per se in there,
Mhm,
he took that 2 weeks and he realized how much he wanted her and missed
mhm,
her because he did not fight her at all.
mm-mm,
He didn't give her the what are you doing here? He wasn't nasty to her at all.
mhm,
He was
mm-mm,
cautious. I would say that. He was
mhm,
cautious,
mhm,
but he was very open. And from that point on, we saw a whole different side of Ishan at that point, in my
mhm,
opinion.
mhm. I feel like when he saw her, it was just like, for what? What am I upset for? Like, what? I think it dissipated.
Mhm.
You're saying he was cautious. Why do you think he was cautious? I guess I forgot something.
Because we know Hayden was like, I don't need you. I don't want you.
Mhm.
I
Are we talking about are we talking about when she showed up at his office in Atlantic City?
Yeah, when she showed up at his
Okay.
office, I
Okay.
feel like he wasn't like open arms, but he was cautious. He wasn't like
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
out what you doing here. He didn't go off on her. It
Mhm.
was like come and eat, come sit down, da 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 da.
Mhm.
I just feel like he was real cautious.
Mhm. Yeah, he didn't jump down her throat, right? He didn't push his tongue
No.
down her throat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I did pick that up when Dr. Patterson did basically guided her and told her what, you know. I like the fact that Dr. Patterson was in her corner at the
Mhm.
entire time without even meeting her mom at first,
Mhm.
in her
Mhm.
corner the entire time. And
Mhm.
then um when she met her mother, it was like, oh God. I was like praying, please don't embarrass them. Please don't embarrass them.
Oh, Monica, for Monica not to embarrass.
Yes, I was hoping she would not embarrass either one of them. When
Mhm.
she had the dinner with, the way she encroached to herself on the doctor's
Mhm.
appointment,
Mhm.
showing up
She was
and
crushing on, and she was crushing
big
on
time.
her. Mhm.
I would be like pinching my mama under the table, like, what is you doing?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Monica was on tour and she saw, in my opinion, she saw Ishan as an end to her daughter. Like, okay, if she's here and you're inviting me in this space, I'm gonna take it. 'Cause I don't get invited to her spaces, you know.
Right.
So I'm gonna take it. Yeah.
But then she didn't even know how to still control her mouth. She's still throwing digs and shots at the
You don't
whole
know what, she
time.
can't help herself. She cannot help herself.
I'm sorry, y'all. Something's
So
sticking me in my.
so Moni is asking, why did Ishan not want to read the paternity test results? Because I think Ishan liked that girl, and I think I talked about this with my developmental editor. I know I think it clicked for Ishan in book one. In the meantime, in that pantry, when he saw her eating the snacks that he liked, and it clicked for him why he was so tired, and he was like really drawn to her. And I think at that point his thing was, what's the worst that can happen? I had sex with her in this time frame. Like, I like her. I can't just easily wash my hands of her because of Asmir. I honestly think he felt, this is my baby. Like, it will be very, very little chance that it is not. So I
Right.
think he believed it, and I think, of course, a wealthy man should protect himself, and there could have been time for that, but he was falling for her. I think he liked Hayden.
And I feel like the more he got to know her, he knew she
Mhm,
was not
mhm,
promiscuous and just out there,
mhm,
regardless
mhm,
of um Hayden acting like I do what I want to do. He knew. I feel like
mhm.
they're saying Makai got on their nerves. He
Yeah,
we should have tagged him in his chest a long time ago.
I know he almost got it, and said, I think in my pre-publication thoughts, if I had a third book, dealt more with I would have dealt more with their relationship because, Hayden definitely wanted to be liked by him. I would have gotten into. No, actually, I did not say that part. I said if I saw 3 books for them, I would have manipulated it so Ebony had that baby.
I'm so
But
glad
I
you didn't.
also,
I am.
yeah, but guys, we gotta be women. We gotta be mature in the LBU. We have to work out ugly situations. We have to make the best out of them. And I
I
felt like
can
that would have been us doing
I
that.
understand all of that. I just said I'm glad you didn't because that heifer was on my last nerve. And when she popped up at the resort, I was like, "Oh, we got a Dime moment going on right here."
Yeah, yeah, and I like Ebony. I know you don't throw tomatoes. I'll catch them if you do. But Ebony, that's just we just saw we saw her at a not so great moment. We see her weakness. Ebony needs help. I'm not saying she's a potential client of mine, but Ebony would be a potential client of mine if I heard from her. If she came checking for me with a good story, I would take her on. She's a boss chick. I think we just saw her imperfection. She just OD'd. Like she just what is her thing when she just snaps and does like irrational stuff.
Well, he had already told us that she did something irrational, when she keyed his car the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
So that even threw me like, okay, she ain't wrapped too tight, but you gonna have a baby with her? Like,
Yeah. I don't think
I mean, I
Ebony's
got the
crazy. I
rationale.
think Ebony just does crazy things. Like what triggers her? Like yeah, but I hate doing that. I hate them. I hate villainizing people. Like unless they're just not good people, they're just not good people. But I think they're just good people who make bad decisions. I always say that, and I think that was just her bad decision. Jen said, "I'm glad you didn't because realistically, their relationship was new, and so how many women would you have stayed and dealt with co-parenting situation with the new guy who is having a kid with the next? It would have been difficult for us, Jen, but if you guys would have trusted me, I could have worked it out. I don't know how, but I would have been able to work it out. It was an ugly situation. Hayden made a bad decision. She participated in a one night stand. So
Oh.
we would have we would have just had to see it through. Was Deshaun really willing to have a baby with Ebony because he gave his word? Yeah, he was. After she already showed fatal attraction. Hey, that was years ago. Maybe he felt like he said his mama told him, give black women a chance. They're not perfect. Give them
Yeah,
grace.
and we
And
grow,
he
we
gave a good
mature.
old fashioned try. But he didn't forget because if you notice, it is very unlikely to have your eggs stored in a different state. It just does not happen. But Ishan wanted control of the embryos. So he didn't forget her nuttiness, but he gave her a chance. He did give her grace.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But it was awfully funny how they disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
There were some questions about Monica. I got to
Oh,
scroll.
okay.
Let me see.
No, Lisa Bell. No, Ebony is not like Dawn. Dawn is someone that I don't like. Dawn is someone that's just like. But no, I think Ebony. I don't know. I would have to get her on my couch to see what's wrong. But clearly, there's something wrong with her. Did you find it, Josh?
Here's one. Well, this protecting Billy had me not liking him, but it was something I saw something we were talking about, and we started. Anyway, oh
I
yeah,
love that the book was star-studded. Everyone was there, but at the grand opening at Red, yeah. And if I had more time, I could have done a little more. I could have made that a little more colorful, but I was literally running out of time. So that was so entertaining, and I also had to get in like what is their vibe like when they're away from the general public? Like how do they let their hair down? So I thought that was cool too, just to see what that looked like. Monica was a piece of work. She really felt like she deserved to be in Hayden's life, and she knew better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can hear her saying, how dare you, Olivia, telling me I can't be a part of my daughter's life?" But that was a boundary Hayden had to put up. Like, no, you have limited access to my life because I can't trust you to, engage in a safe space for me. So, yep, Monica was a piece of work. Everybody knew it. And I would not have done it, but I'd be interested in learning more about Monica to figure out, why are you not understanding what your daughter is saying?
That's that part. Yeah. Like what
Why
do you get?
she's not asking for a whole lot, but you're just not understanding. And what is your relationship like with Billy? Now,
And
do I think they have something intimate? No, I'm not saying that, but I'm wondering if ever. Like how do you know him? Like how did if the young people in your family view him that way? Billy was touching on girls. Did he touch on you, Monica, when you were
and
small?
if
Like, how do
so,
you
did you
reconcile
forgive him?
that?
How did you forgive him for that if he did?
Yeah. How do
And
you exactly?
her mentality is more of, I'm gonna say, so I'm 56. I'm thinking Monica's around that age, somewhere around in there for Hayden to be in her
Mhm,
late
mhm,
20s, right?
mhm,
So I'm thinking the generation above me, my mom's generation and above, is the ones that
mhm,
had the, and I don't even want to say my mom's generation, but right in there, because my mom is close to 80. That
mhm,
her generation and above kind of like, at this stage, yes, they know it's totally wrong. But then when girls were younger and they would say stuff, it was kind of like, he didn't mean it. They kind of brushed it off. You know
mhm,
what I mean?
mhm,
That
mhm.
older generation, and I could say even say my grandmother's generation, they didn't, some, not all, did
Right. Mhm,
not know how to deal with it and what the parameters were. They knew it was wrong and you keep them. And at some point they would blame the guy and the girl. What did you do to
mhm,
do this?
mhm,
So Monica's
mhm,
take on it at that point gives older generation as
mhm.
opposed to my generation.
And I just wonder, well, Monica, why don't you confront the issue? Talk about Billy. Why can't you talk about Billy to your daughter?
Right.
And like, are you viewing her as everything in life? Like you felt overwhelmed in life with, how your relationship ended up with her father,
Mhm.
and the fact that you had to work so hard by yourself to take it. Like, are you viewing her as an issue instead of understanding that you caused the problem? Like you caused issues in her. So I thought that was really strange. I did not feel obligated to dig more into it because I know a lot of Monicas. I know
Mhm.
a lot of Monicas and they exist. So I did not feel Hayden needed that for her HEA. Um, but I was happy Hayden understood. Listen, I love her. If she wants to be a part of my child's life, that's fine. But I need boundaries from my daughter too.
Right.
So
So,
yeah,
Renee, when you say that generation dismissed hideous acts like that to the detriment of young girls, Sally, what generation? Because you
the
talking
old.
about my generation.
Oh, whether it's talking about the
I mean, the
Monica's what, her
generation
early 50s,
before.
mid 50s. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm wondering if what generation she's speaking on. Because the
Mm-hmm.
generation before, definitely, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
like Love says, I've had some the baby boomers. Yeah, to a degree. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because I know there's certain things that we'll talk about, we'll bring up to my mom and her group, her generation, and they just kind of look at us like, and we'd be like, I
Mm.
don't see, and I
Mhm.
leave it alone. Like, okay, we're not giving.
Mhm.
I'm not
Mhm.
gonna put up this can't. Yeah, the baby boomers. Some. Yeah, I agree with that. Somebody said Monica was a nut. Monica was a nut.
Yeah, then call Hayden when his ass went
Right, like
missing.
that's the part. Like you have no what
Yeah.
you still not. It's still like going over your head.
She does not get it. She just does not understand. And Hayden understands. Her mother may never understand, but that shouldn't impede on her
Mm,
freedom to live her life. I'm glad Ebony didn't have his baby. Woo, we dodged that bullet. That was crazy. But I know you would have handled it in a manner that would have left us satisfied in the end. Yeah. Yeah. I think I could have. I think I could have worked that. That is messy for me. It is personally messy for me, but I think I could have done that. Oh, look at Jen. Thanks, Jen.
yeah. There was something else. I don't. Somebody said, "Why didn't Monica believe her?" She believed. I think she believed her. She just kept saying, "Leave it in the past." Her
She didn't
feeling,
want to address it. She didn't want to. That's what I mean. Like, why would you not do that for her?
get
Why
over
would you not?
it.
Yeah.
Now I tell you what was funny. Now I'm jumping. I feel like I'm jumping around.
Uh-huh.
I laughed so hard when old boy was like, "My wife, my work wife."
Oh, I felt so bad. I was so embarrassed for him.
There are now we all know that there are work husbands and work wives and all of
Mm-hmm.
that, but there
Mm-hmm.
are men who do not play that one. I felt this time. I dated someone who was like, "Yo, what?" And I was like, "My work
Mm-hmm.
husband is gay as the day."
Mm-hmm.
Old
Mm-hmm.
school. Gay as the day is long. But the sweetest
Mm-hmm.
one, he knew I was into um Disney and I love Minnie Mouse and all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
On the floor that he'd bring me something Disney back. And
Mm-hmm.
my boy at the time was like, I don't give
He didn't care. Some men don't care.
I don't play that. I don't yeah. So I laughed, but I like you, I felt for him like the way he had him stuttering.
Because he could have tried to buck back, but sometimes men can read another man's energy. Taia, my lover, was just telling me that Raheem was trying to read his energy, not in a funny way. Yeah, I want to be clear, not in a homosexual way at all. It was something I said about my lover that impressed Raheem. So my lover was trying to break down how even when we left, he said, "You heard what she called him." We'll talk about that another time. Anyway, but my point is that guy, I forget his name, Edward or whatever. I think he read his energy, was like, I don't think I should. I think I should just respectfully say, I apologize, it won't happen again, and just kind of leave. Which I was grateful for, because I felt bad for Hayden too. Like, this is our piece here. We just bug out, but he touched her belly. That was a little personal.
Yeah.
So
And then
that was kind of
claiming,
hard.
yeah, joking around, and she wouldn't be in this situation if like now you're going overboard,
Mhm.
bro.
And now that I'm here, let me introduce myself so all of the jokes can end.
Right.
Will we get to see the conversation between Ishan and Monica when it came to Billy? I just don't understand why she thought her actions were okay. No, we won't. Because I don't even know where I will put that in. And you know what? I don't know. That would be interesting. I think that would have been very, 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 very interesting. But I think we all know how that argument played out. Like, hey, I can help you out if you help me out. She has a problem with him. This is what he did to her. And if you want to be a part of her life and this child's, I'm not going to help you out. I could
Mhm.
see how that went. So, I mean, I'm sorry, Donna. I wish I had more time, because I would have included that. But to me, that was just easy. That was just easy to figure out how that was going to go. And he, I'm sure, helped her find a facility that was probably the same facility Terry was in. I don't know, but help find a facility for Billy to go into.
Now you left that to our imagination. Because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, is he gonna take Terry out? Is he just not gonna go back no more? Like, is he still gonna pay for him to be at this facility? And my mind was like, okay, wait, I need
Mm-hmm.
no, I needed a little more, but you left that to our
Mm-hmm.
imagination.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tara is
Billy somewhere on Red Island. Is he buried, Terry? Is he buried with the gang? What's the gang's name?
Tara makes me
It's crazy.
sick. I swear, the stuff she comes up with. Wait, where is Yaya and Allegra? Yaya done forgot the time. I guarantee you. Let me text her. Like, where? We have a group text. I'm like, where the hell y'all at?
So yes, Karen. The embryos were stored at one of the labs. They've extended their services to deal with environmental stuff, because I think that's what Bishop primarily deals with, environmental stuff and how it relates to the human behavior, something, I don't know. So a lot of testing goes on there, but the reproduction wing of it is where Ishan had a relationship with Jeffrey, Remember Jeffrey was his assistant or something like
It
that in
went
Love on the
so
County?
over my head. I didn't even.
Yeah.
That's why I see my second reads really like I be like pick up other stuff that went over my head.
Yeah, Jeffrey was introduced in Love Unaccounted. So since then, it's been expanded, and Jeffrey was Ishan's plug. And I guess when Ishan and Ebony wrote up their agreement, the agreement was, but the eggs embryos will be stored where I choose for them to be stored. And that's really unusual. That's an unreasonable request. But I guess her thing is, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do it. And he was willing to do it. And yeah.
Somebody asked. I'm scrolling back up. Somebody asked a question. If Asmir killed Mandy,
Well, technically, yeah.
that was
Technically, yeah.
obvious.
Yeah.
And it was
Petey,
like when
you guys
Petey got out the
remember?
car. Look, when Petey got out the car, I was like, "Oh hell, this."
You remembered Petey when he got out of the car, Josh? You
You
remember
right?
him?
Yeah, you're right. It was like, yeah, it was in there that Petey got out the car and was talking to.
No. Did you recall Petey? So when you saw him, do you remember where he's from?
Yeah,
He's from Lit. He's
Yeah,
from Lit. Oh,
yeah,
okay. That's what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
asking.
yeah. I know who Petey
Okay.
was. Girl,
Yeah.
how many times did I read Lit? With all the love.
I know. But Waiting to Breathe was your jam. That's why I was like, that's why I
Nuh-uh.
was asking. Waiting to Breathe was your jam. That was your first jam.
No, that's what. Yeah, no. Waiting to. That's what I was waiting on.
While you were waiting on it,
And
you
then
were waiting on
I was waiting.
the
That's
last installment.
of waiting. No, Waiting to Breathe. That's Zoe and Stanton, right?
Correct. I'm
Okay.
wondering when will you? Oh, good. Let me let you tell it. How about that?
So no, Waiting to Breathe I was falling in love with all the promos for Waiting to Breathe. Remember, I was in LA and Angela was like, "Josh, you need to read the books before that. You need to read this series because a lot of the places that you're saying that you're at are in this book."
Yes, you told me that. Yes, you did.
I'm waiting on such and such. And she was like, I'm telling you, go back. And I did. So I read them all.
I know you read it, but I don't know why I forgot. I thought you had read.
I was waiting on it. That's what I was waiting on.
From the promos.
Mm-hmm. Rory and everybody took off running. Roy's a little behind, and everybody scared of Roy. That is hilarious.
Roy's name is known in the hood. Ebony's a talk show host that interviewed Tori. Yep. And I yep. You're right, Danisha. Who is this? Is this Allegra? I'm late, but I'm here. I see my reminder settle. Tip Top. Who's Tip Top? Is that not Hey Terry Woods. Oh yeah, Terry, yeah, you were with me from the Lip days, yeah. So we now know who killed Mandy because people wondered, was it him? And they didn't even know they couldn't prove that he was even there. Not saying Petey.
I wish I could post this. I swear. They are upset with Tara. Like it's Tara's fault that they
that because she didn't remind them.
Yes. Talking about Tara been in there and didn't say nothing.
Look, Tara is here on tour. You see Tara, he's from the clan. Yes. So Tara, did you remember like when Petey's name was mentioned, he got, I mean, obviously, maybe later, maybe a little further into the scene. Did you remember Petey? Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I remember Petey from right off the jump. I was like, Petey done made a cameo. Okay.
I know. If you ever watched the movie Troy with Brad Pitt, when Ishan killed the Green Giant, all I saw was that scene when he killed the guy running and jumping. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I know exactly what you're talking about. My lover loves that movie. That's one of his favorite movies. Okay, all right.
Oh, did I post that about the father? Why Ishan was so
Brad Pitt? I'm not thinking about that movie. Okay, I'm confusing movies. Now I gotta go find that scene, Lisa. Lisa, if you can find that isolated clip, send it to me.
Did I post this and you took it? I'm just asking.
I probably did by accident. I'm sorry. Honestly, I wonder why Ish was so gung ho on getting her father and her step family back in her life after she told her
She
emotionally
meant yeah.
abusive stuff. Um, they were. I think it's because a lot of time has passed, and he realized Hayden doesn't have the support she deserves. So if that happened then when they were kids, let's see how if you guys can at least show some interest in this girl now. Well, particularly her father. Let's not act like the girl don't exist. Like, I can't force you, but I would like for you to get an opportunity to get to know her. I think that was why. Yeah. And obviously, as an adult, if it doesn't work, because I'll be honest with you, I don't see Hayden putting any effort into that relationship. Me personally, if Sean may have set it up for her, I don't see Hayden. I don't see Hayden really caring, but I think that's what it was. It was the support. He wanted her to have some type of family support in addition to her cousin.
This is my responding to that. I think it's because Deshaun saw how her father mistreated her and didn't protect her. How he had to call him out to make him be accountable for his actions. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Oh, I like the way he moved on that too.
And Sean was very direct and to the point when he went to break down the Ebony situation to Hayden. He described her as one of the most fascinating women. Yeah, because she is. I think she is. I'm sorry, my trainer's texting me talking about what time are we training tomorrow. I'm like, dog, I'm doing the fast, and he's like, oh shit, like you forgot. Anyway, when did that start? Oh, he can't remember anything to save his life. Anyway, I think she is. I think he saw that in her, which is why he said, "Okay, I'll consider it." I know what happened with us in the past. This is a totally different type of relationship. Hey, you can call him dumb for even considering doing the co-parenting thing with her. But that's how he felt about her. Like, if I'm gonna have a child by anyone, split some DNA, Ebony would be a wonderful candidate. And he had to, because it seemed so messy, and Ebony coming out there with that agenda, it just peppered more mess onto it. So yeah, this is what he does. He mitigates. Like, that's what Ishan does for a living, and he definitely had to do it in his personal life, because he could tell. I know he was, at that time, he was all in for Hayden, and he can tell Hayden has softened to him a lot too on that trip.
Y'all, I meant to do this when we did the in the meantime conversation. I told Love I forgot all about it. I'm ready tonight. Got my lollipop.
All right now.
Got my blow pop.
Tara is so good. Oh my gosh, she's such a great ambassador for the LBU.
Uh,
Um, can we talk about Makai's other family? That was a surprise. I was thinking Terry was the donor there.
I did too for the longest. I did too.
The donor. Oh, Terry, not Troy. Okay. So you
Yeah,
thought
not until
Terry
it
was
started. Not
his
until it started
father.
coming together when he started talking about. I think my first inclination was when he pulled up on the brother, the cousin, who
Yep,
family member.
the brother,
Yeah,
Troy's
and was
brother.
like, y'all got to do better. Da, 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 that's when it started clicking for me. Like, okay, maybe it's not the Terry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm, look at your little Devin. I was just getting ready to put it up there.
Ah!
That's your little Devin.
Yeah, and you know what Troy's thing was? He let his ego uh, uh, he allowed his ego to dismiss his son from his life, because his thing is, to him, for a very long time, is Sean was some type of herb. We call them herbs. We call corny guys, cornballs. We call them herbs in the hood. Like, he was corny, but she ran to this cat over me. I'm trying to watch my language because we're on YouTube, right? But she ran to him over me, and now he got money. He's taking care of my son, and like, he don't need me. He don't need me. Um, and it's sad, because Sean is trying to say he does need you. I'm gonna be here, but he needs you. You can give him something I can't give him. So yeah, it's probably because I don't know. I was gonna say Terry and Troy because Nita is saying she thought Terry was too. Hmm.
Only because of the way it was presented in the meantime. It was just that they were together. Like it was.
Oh yes, I didn't think about that, Jess. I got it.
That's the only
Okay.
reason why we felt like that because that's who he caught her with.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the way you described Mandy, and it was almost like, damn, she was really beneath him all the way, and he was so attracted to her. And I hate to
Mm-hmm.
say it
She
like
was
that,
wild.
beneath him. I know that sounds so bad.
No, I'm laughing because I'm just telling my family business. But I remember as a little girl, my parents were still married, but they were separated. They were separated way longer than they were married. But my dad was saying, my dad grew up a church boy, church kid, and then my mom grew up in Prince Street Projects in Newark, one of the roughest projects ever. Like, and my dad said when I met her, it was a culture shock. She was a culture shock. My mother was wild. You hear me? She was wild. Oh my gosh, my girl. But I didn't think about it until I'm talking about it now, but that's how it was. For Ishan, she was something he's never seen before. Her energy was everything to him. And he helped her out when things got thick. So I love when ADJ told Hayden she's been staying with a millionaire this entire time on Raz Island. How could Hayden not have known that? After going to Alpine, I don't think she did not know that so much as hearing it from a millionaire himself. Because remember, everybody thinks Asmir is a millionaire because they don't know he's a billionaire because he can't account for how he became a billionaire. So, or how he had money before he started his companies. But um my developmental editor questioned that too, Tiffany. I don't think she really cared about his money. Clearly, he had something going on for himself. He wasn't hurting for anything, and he told her about his businesses. I don't think that's what she counted up his pockets. I just don't think so. So hearing it from this man who everybody knows is a millionaire, referring to the guy she's pregnant by as a millionaire, I think it kind of hit her like a ton of bricks. Because I just don't think that's what Hayden had so much going on, losing her apartment, moving into a new place, losing it so quickly, being pregnant, and being embarrassed about how her family knew who her secret, about the guy. I don't think money really was something she was really counting up in that short period of time.
Your friend is here, and she on her BS.
Which friend? Hayden's mistrust for men was so sad.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't mean
Oh
that.
no, I know that's not who you're referring to. I thought you were
Oh,
looking for him. Oh my, why you so late? Hey y'all, I'm here to complain. He in the same boat as the general labor guy.
I ain't got nothing to say. I'm
Oh
gonna let
my
you have all of this because that's
God.
just.
What did you think of the project? I don't think I know how you thought of the project. I usually, when I don't hear from you, I'm just thinking, okay, she didn't love it. She liked it possibly, but she didn't love it. But let me know what you think about it. Here go E. Here go my crazy E. All I know is I need $1 million. You and me both, girl. I got stuff to do. It's funny to see each of the girlfriend's wife opinions of what their man does, his character. They don't be hearing though. She be speaking facts, but it goes over heads. Who, Shanique? It's funny to see each of the girlfriend slash wives' opinion of what their man does. Who is, I guess, his character. They don't be hearing though. She be speaking facts, but it goes over their heads. Who? Shanique. I hate it. Well, damn. Who said this? Well, damn. No, we all want to know. Because, baby, she got dragged by my brother Jazz. Oh, to my mind. Oh, look, she hates him.
How
Why
much
do
she
you
hate him?
hate
I
him?
don't. Why? For what? What did he do?
Yeah, I want to hear your opinion on it.
And no, we're
Did
not
it,
inviting you in. So no, just go on and type it in.
did it Sean disappear, Uncle Billy? Yes,
Oh,
he did.
she missed it. We discussed some of that already. You must have
I
been late.
really like the idea of him making Uncle Billy pay for the evil. Yeah, that had to be addressed by him. He kind of he took the information, he ate it, he didn't push it. no more than with Monica by saying to Monica he has to go. Shanique, I'm still looking for your follow up. He had to address that. I don't think Ashawn would have been Ashawn if he didn't.
My time. But you can't tell us why you hate him. What do you hate him for? Why? What did Ishan do? Yes, I love this. Yes, I'm very serious. You'll make me cuss on YouTube.
I will definitely hit. Yeah, I mean, I don't think every, very, 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 a very small pocket of my supporters, like my LBU residents, love everything. Most people just like some things they don't like. And, you have to understand that. But dang, so when I don't hear from you, I'm thinking like that wasn't for her. She didn't like it. My thoughts are exactly Kandra. Okay, wait, Keandra. Why is Ashawn helping Ebony have a baby when he knows she is cray cray? So we discussed this. Why didn't he think she would try to trap him with that baby? How would she try to trap him? Because he agreed to, he consented to it. But
And
why? So
her last part when she says, why didn't he think she would trap him with that baby, that the third embryo? He did. That's why I came up.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Because did you notice that she tried to use it without even telling him?
Right.
She called him crying, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't even know you were going to use it." So why would you go seek after it without letting me know? Why didn't he think she was trying to trap him? He didn't know that. So if Josh interpreted that correctly, he did know. That's why he arranged to have it stored at a facility of his choosing in a whole different state than her, on a different coast. Why is Tashawn helping Ebony have a baby when he knows she's cray? So I discussed that earlier. That happened years before, and he really did think Ebony was a good woman, very accomplished. Other than that one incident after the first time they were intimate and she just spazzed out on him, he was giving her grace. But he didn't forget, which is why he had the embryo stored somewhere he can keep his hands and eyes on. I hope that makes sense. Keandra, you new to us? Are you new in the LBU, Miss Flakes? Welcome. And you too, Miss Boone. Ishan is absolutely a fixer and a protector. So he had to mitigate that, right? He had to say, look, I may not be giving you everything, because I feel like there was something that night in that exchange Ishan was not forthcoming and saying. I know one of it was how Ebony went crazy, snapped when she thought he was with another one.
His exchange when he was giving Hayden all of the details.
Yeah, there was something he left out. He also, I do know he was not going to tell her about what happened to Mandy. It would have implicated, so he tried to act as though, he fibbed to her in that situation. Like at the last scene of the book when she was reading the paperwork. But I feel like something. But anyway, he knew he had to take care of before they left Red's Island.
I was showing you what Keandra.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, thank you. Yeah, what did she say?
She was saying, she's not new. She's just
not quiet. So new. I'm just I've read everything. Thank you. Do you have a different profile name? Let me know. Do you have a profile like social media? Let me know, because I may be familiar with your handle. Did Jackson Easton? Yeah, I think so. Heck yeah. I think so. How well? I don't know. But yeah, Ish knows a lot of people. It's his job to know a lot of people. And, Jazz is very, close to Asmir's heart. So yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they knew each other.
Reported him to who, Maisha? Girl.
Tip top. We have to talk about the paternity, but first I have to say that I cackled out loud reading that Ish beat up Akeem.
Ah!
And Asmir followed up for two different reasons. It's the same reasons, two different incidences. Akeem, he was a hothead. He thought especially because Akeem is from New Jersey. When he found out Ish, who was a top dog in Asmir's camp, was from Warwick. I was actually up there on Wednesday, Josh. Warwick. I passed Warwick when I went to go hang out with Jack. He was saying you're from Warwick, and this my sister's husband's company, and so he tried Ishan. So Ishan had to let him know I'm not that one. So he knew how to handle. He knew how to handle Akeem. He knew Akeem still had a chip on his shoulder because of his bid. So as Mir got frustrated, continuously trying to help Keeny, as Raina calls him, Keeny, and he was like, "Yo, you doing the most," and Asmir lost it on him. That I thought that was funny too. Okay, we did that one right. All right, I'm waiting for somebody to follow up. What's her name? Ebony seems bunny boiler crazy to me. No, I don't want to. No, she just made mistakes. She just made a mistake. She needs time on my couch, but she's not going to be. I don't see her crying. She was banking on that baby. She was banking on that baby leading to more. I think she was banking on that baby being used as a tool to manipulate Ishan. And Ishan is like, nah, I'm already in some stuff right now. Having a baby by someone I don't know with a lot of issues. No, Ebony, you're going to be a headache.
There's one I wanted to put about, because they've been talking about the bond of Sandria and
the cousins.
The cousins. I don't think this is the one.
Sandria spoke facts. No, I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. Sandria spoke facts. Sandria described all the mentors. No, he did not, Shanique. That's what I was looking for. No, he did not. Jazz included. She was only right about Jazz. That's the only person she was right about. Because remember, she said Ishan was not a pop type of nigga. She said that. And she said, and Asmir, he ain't pop. He'll probably pay somebody. So she was right about that part too. But Asmir has pop. He just don't. She just when I wrote Asmir, she doesn't know. And the LBU can only assume he did, because I didn't want to go that heavy with Asmir, because I wanted him. I was new to writing, and I knew he had to be he had to be drawn to him. So some women may be a little afraid of a pop. I am. At that time I was, I guess. But no, Asmir has popped. Ishan has popped. And Jazz, we know, popped. So I think that was the only person she was spot on about, because Jazz is from... Where's Jazz from? Is Jazz from... Where's Jazz? Jazz is from Harlem. So Sandria, she knows about... She ran with street dudes. That's what she did. So she was able to identify, there's something dark with him. And remember, Sandria was choking on that in her own book, her own Love's Neutral Zone. Something about him. So yeah.
Right, because they were on the boat, the yacht together, and
Yeah. She was like, something weird. This don't seem like she's energy. Best Shade was on Reddit's Island when Ebony showed up. And Raina's petty shady. We saw Raina. Yeah, she had to go low.
And Raina was so subtle with her shade. Sandria is me. Like, I'm just going
cold shoulder
all day. Yep. Yep.
Lisa, she's been for the streets. She was always true to who she showed us. Who? Who? That's Yaya who?
I don't know what
Ebony still won. I don't think Ebony. I think Boom I feel like Ebony got it all messed up. She was in over her head because I don't know. I do believe if Sean wanted to be with her, she would have. Oh heck yeah! But I think when the embryo thing came into play, she just went somewhere else, and it wasn't even about wanting him. It was about wanting her way, and you can't do that. When we see Shishi and Jazz, they discuss one daughter. What about a second child? Are they present day? We were just discussing this. I had to go back to the librarian. So don't forget in the promise, there was a timeline jump. So I had to go to because someone mentioned that to me on IG yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And I went to the librarians. In fact, I have to go back and look at the schedule for something else that someone asked about. She doesn't have that baby until March 2026. She got pregnant in the fall, so she's not pregnant yet. Good call, Lisa, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not above reproach. Keandra. Ebony may have been a ball at work, but she was a nut too. Yep, you have those people. I agree. No one is perfect. It's Monica, right? So Moni. Is it Moni? Is that how you pronounce your name? Thanks. I'm not okay. So we got that one. I'm reporting every comment that praises Ishan. Oh my God, the laborer guy. My is crazy. The powers that be. Okay.
I said who you reporting it to.
Yeah, that's why she said that. Ish lied about omission too much for me. But Hayden didn't create a space where he felt comfortable being completely honest without fearing her running again. I agree, Candace. First of all, I agree. But I felt so many parallels between Ish and Hayden's relationship to that of Asmir and Raina's. He couldn't tell her everything. He told her that one thing, and he didn't tell her everything either because they're both runners. She's a runner. She's a rock star. They both would have been out because neither one of them cared about being with a guy with money and power.
Vivian, I thought the same thing. I was like, girl, she is not watching. I guarantee you she is not watching. That man.
Yeah, why didn't Hayden think that Sean knew Ebony was watching now? Yeah! Girl, Viv, I said the same thing.
Ebony saw nothing. I knew that. I was like, girl, that eagle on his neck, like he keeps telling her. When he points his neck, I see all. I know all.
And he wanted her to perform as though somebody was watching. Him showing up in that doorway with his braids out, looking all erotic, exotic. I could have sworn I read in one of the books that Ish helped Sin get Shishi back, but I don't recall Ish being involved. Did I get that wrong? Floney. I'm not sure. I'm not saying no. I'm not sure. But let me know if you find that. Yeah, I don't know. I know my alma mater got a bad rap in this book. What did Hampton do to you? Nothing. I'm sorry. Nothing. Nothing at all. But did he go to Hampton? No, Ishan said he did. He was able to find out he did go to Hampton. Sandra and Raina held Cuz down. Yeah, I'm really proud of their Raina committed to being a friend and being a cousin, and she's keeping her word. I'm really proud of them. He tried to son him, so Ish had to let it be known. Who tried to son him? Who tried to son him, Sarah? I feel like I picked up on a conversation. No new profile pic. I just read and reread. I'm in every book discussion. Really? Okay. Well, you're stamped in my head now. I'm currently rereading Inevitably Love. I always read twice before review. All right, girl. All right. Where is Khalees?
I don't know.
Keandra just made me think of her when she talked about read and reread.
Yeah. So I knew I wanted to talk about this part when we touched on a little bit how Makai he should have been tagged in his chest a long time ago. But when he snapped on his grandmother and was like, basically, I am not the errand boy.
Yeah, the do boy. Oh my God.
As I'm reading, I'm like, oh, and I could see Devin like losing his mind like that. And I'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
Nika, what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Hayden is already emotional, and you are just adding to it. And when he said that ain't even Poppy's baby, I was like, oh shit.
Because that was his understanding. Who said that? He is Sean lie by omission a lot. Yeah, it goes back to and Danisha. I want to talk about that. Okay, I want to talk about that about Peach. Um, yeah, I think Sean was not totally honest with his son because, like you said, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed by what I did. Yeah, I was honest, but it really wasn't. That was Candace who said that. Thanks, Candace. Um, uh, Tina's texting me. Tina's so crazy. Um, what are we talking about? We're talking about
Okay.
Makai
And
and
not
how
being 100%
yeah,
transparent.
yeah, he was not, and I think he knew he had to clean that up, but he still was like, "You ain't gonna be around here disrespecting people," because he was already frustrated with Makai for not accepting, Hayden. Like, he's not. He knew his son was giving Hayden the cold shoulder. Yeah, you may be playing with Sunny, but you're not really accepting her mother. And
Mm.
then for him to be like, "Hey, at least I'm accepting the baby. This ain't your." He's like, "I got your back in some type of way," and that's when Sean had to mitigate that situation. Like, come on, get those results out. And he didn't know the results, but he he knew. Somebody brought up, oh, my editing team, my line editor said, well, is Makai looking at the baby's features? I'm like, I don't know if that runs through his young mind. Oh, he looks like my dad. Because I think in his mind, I don't look like my dad because he's not my biological dad. So that's what he's expecting. He's not. So I
Wait,
mean, I guess it could have
when
gone either way.
Sandria said that, I was like, oh shit.
When she said, "Oh, yes, she did in Res Island, didn't she?"
Uh-huh. She said, he don't look
She was
like him.
drinking, and Sandria don't drink. She can't hold her liquor, and she gonna blurt out, "He don't look nothing like Sandria." Sandria was on tour in that book with protecting Hayden, and
Hayden, yep,
everybody's trying to
yep.
tell her Hayden doesn't need protecting. And then Sean had to say, if Hayden was a good girl, Hayden wouldn't be carrying my baby. Like, you gotta. What are you looking for, Josh?
This one, I was looking for this.
Makai.
Mm-hmm.
Makai about to get the locks changed on him. Messing with he is so crazy. About to find a boarding school or college for you to go to, young fella. Well, no, he's about to age out. And I feel like, didn't Sean tell him that? You're about to go
Yeah.
to college.
Yeah.
Like, you're not 12, you're not 9, you are a grown man. Like, no. I'm not gonna do this. You have to walk right, son. Okay, so Peach. I'm going back to Danisha's comment.
Okay.
So Danisha, Peach, I remember when that scene came back to me too. That scene on Res Island, it wasn't supposed to be Res Island, right? It was supposed to be on an island, a similar setup. I don't know if celebrities were there or not. But that scene was supposed to go into the prison series
Mm.
because it was Peach singing, Peach emotions, Peach being raw in a way she would not have been in front of her church, her congregation. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh.
But
It did. I was able to put it here. Because I'll forget to put some scenes in, but I don't want us to forget about Peach because I got a really, 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 really good storyline for Peach. I just need I need my researcher, and I'm trying to plot to get my researcher back, and she may say, no, love, I'm just over it. She was my magic. We used to work magic together. But I wanted to revisit that because I actually I want to pitch that for another project that I was being offered. Not being offered, but being offered to pitch. But yeah, so I was really happy to get that out because Peach, yeah, Peach, Peach is passionate, and Peach got a love waiting for her. Yeah. So
I would
anyway,
love to read her story.
yeah, it's gonna be good. I personally think it's gonna be good. I already know I knew who she was gonna be paired with before I knew Peach. I didn't meet Peach until prison. I met her guy in Love Unaccounted. You know who always remembers this? Olusola. Remember Olusola?
Um,
She
uh,
always said she knows exactly who who's gonna be paired with Peach. But Lisa's saying, was Brielle trying to hit on Ashawn? No, she's not. She was
I
not.
didn't think so.
When she wanted to apologize for being difficult and gave her the info for the therapist, no. I think Brielle right now is lost. I think Brielle is doing some soul searching. I think Brielle, thankfully, is having a come to Jesus moment, but she certainly was not. Now, was it appropriate for her to talk to Sean like that? Some could say no. Like, he's not your friend, but she's just in a very emotional headspace. So, yeah, I've been hearing from them so much. I thought I would have started possibly. Well, I'm doing the fast, so I'll be home when I'm fasting. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if I start jotting some stuff down and opening up a manuscript for those two. But no, she was not trying to hit on him. Mm-mm.
I'm just scrolling.
All right, I'm late and probably missed this, but have you all discussed who evokes so much passion from Peach? Oh, Leah. Oh, that's what I just. So it's no one, no one. So I guess I didn't discuss it. So it's no one. It was Peach wanting that type of passion because she knows she's capable of it in spite of her role at the church, and in spite of her friends putting her on a pedestal. Because Peach is not a virgin by any stretch, but Peach is definitely under romanced. I don't think Peaches has had a lot of experience with guys because of how she grew up. But she that passion came from her saying that's what she wants. She wants that type of passion. She wants that type of desire. She wants to be with a man that way. So yeah. Oh, I love that scene. I love that scene. You
Who is she?
gotta read that scene while listening to that song. That's all I want to say.
Have we met Peach's person?
Yes, in the Love Unaccounted series.
Oh, and somebody asked, I think Lisa asked earlier, I have to scroll too far back. How come we didn't see Elle and Jackson in this series?
I feel like Jackson was mentioned when Sean came home to whoop Makai. He was coming from Jackson's place.
Yeah.
And Elle was brought up. Elle was brought up. When was Elle brought up? Elle was brought up. Elle was brought up. Was it their wedding? Sean talked about their wedding in book one, being at that place in New York, La Chateau something. I don't know. But yeah, physically, I don't know. I didn't see it.
No, Love would not do that to us. Tara, I swear, when I tell you Tara is
Tara being a clown. She's silly. Look at her. She's so crazy. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, no. We don't ever have to hear from him again.
We don't know, but we not on that side. We just won't. I also love how Sean was able to recognize that other women role. Also other women like Brielle and Ebony, able to recognize other women like Brielle and Ebony, but he was very clear about Hayden and how he was gone over her. Oh, wait, because these are Brielle and Ebony are accomplished women. They're beautiful, accomplished
beautiful.
women.
He had no qualms in acknowledging their beauty, their brains, their talent,
but didn't have to have them in that respect. Right. But with Hayden, hey, he already did the do because he was attracted to her. He was attracted to her back in Vegas. Yeah, he was. I'm not saying he was head over heels over her in Vegas per se, or even in Atlantic City. He was a little more comfortable with her in Atlantic City that following month. But definitely, yeah, he had fallen for her. Hey, Miss Rowe. I'm glad you're still around. Miss Rowe has been around for so many moons since Lit. Hey.
Yeah. She said, yeah, he was able to recognize, acknowledge their greatness in other women, but he knew.
Yeah. He was raised by a Black woman who is, is she a psychologist?
When he was like, I'm paraphrasing, I got something for you after Makai flipped his lid. And she asked him, his mom asked him, what was he going to do, basically. And when he
Mm-hmm.
said, I was raised by and throughout his dad, I was like, oh, shit.
When she said what, Jazz?
When she asked him, she said, when she said the same thing, Hayden said, you're not going to hurt him, or you're not going to really whip him.
Oh yeah.
And he threw out, I was raised by and threw out his dad. It was, I
Mm-hmm.
was scared. I was scared myself, like, oh, this poor baby, he
Mm-hmm.
ain't
I
going to
didn't
be.
know how that was gonna go. I don't because I really could see Ishan whooping his and it's not gonna be a regular he has a grown man's body. He's 18 at the time.
Right.
I'm sure he had to have been 18 at the time. But
I think
Makai
it was
was gonna
on
get it.
Fox or something, but
Yep.
when you wrote it,
Mm-hmm.
he worked him out like he ain't gonna be able to move
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Somebody,
Um,
Bowman was saying earlier too that she's been around a long time too. She's not new.
Boom. Okay. I'm sorry, Boom. I think that neither Hayden or Ish expected to fall in love, but Ish definitely fell first. And watching Hayden's heart soften and grow to accept love. Do you think he fell first?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
She
This
said
is
it
up for
first. I
debate.
feel like she said
This
it
is
first when she admitted it to
purely up
Raina.
for debate. Yeah, and I'm not disagreeing with you, Boom, because I felt like he was lenient. He was trying to be the mature party from the beginning, and he was attracted to her, and he made no qualms about it. But did who fell first? That is a good question. I thought I
I,
don't know. I
I
thought
feel
maybe
I don't
Hayden fell.
I can't say either, but I feel like Hayden said it first, but she said it to Raina and when she had her meltdown
Andrea, yeah.
at the
Mm-hmm.
resort when she hadn't seen him all day, and that might have been a
Mm-hmm.
revelation to her
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that
Yes.
he's
Mm-hmm.
out in danger and I haven't seen him and
I'm powerless. Like we didn't
right,
even launch, and I'm having this baby. But it was more than about the baby. She wanted Ishan.
right.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I thought it was great that somebody we already kind of talked about it. Asmir, pulled her to the side with Raina and just kind of broke things down to her,
Mm-hmm.
to let her know that he's good.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm. He's fine. I assure you, he's
yeah.
coming back to you. Blah 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 blah. Like this is why he was hired.
I lost Lisa's. I need to when you finish this, we
Uh-uh.
need to put Lisa's up.
Okay. I feel after each book is the fact that all I feel after each book is the fact that I need to go on vacation where my every need is seen to. Because love gonna paint a glorious child. I be trying. I be trying. Wait, did y'all talk about the pantry scene? LB, you wrote, oh, I
Oh,
was
see,
that.
Lisa.
I
Okay,
was
Lisa,
looking
because that was in the meantime. We talked about it in
at the
with the
previous
narrators,
discussion.
last one.
Well, actually, we talked about it with the one we did before the narrators too. Because we
Did
did
we?
one before we did it in the meantime chat, and then we did it in the meantime an audio chat. Remember?
Did we?
Yeah.
Now you know what my year is like. So
I know, and I've been having you on tour right along with me, so I guess they're just counting up. But yeah, thank you, Lisa. I was looking around as if someone could see what I was reading. Yeah,
yeah, we
Sean eating
talked
her up.
about it because, and then I remember because um, uh, I wanted to hear uh Miles Miles
Yes.
say that line first.
Narrate that part.
Yeah, that part. That I'm not saying we are. Remember, I said it wasn't that she didn't do good. I just would have loved to have heard.
Yeah, that would have been something because Miles would have killed that part. So I understand. I totally understand. Yeah, yeah, it was time because I think they hadn't been together yet since Atlantic City. Yeah.
Somebody's asking how old Asmir is. Ooh, baby, where's the
Tara, Tara or Tina should be able to tell us.
Taratina or
He'll be in
Roz?
his 40s. Or Roz. Yeah, I forgot Roz is in here. He's in his late 40s. Is he in his late 40s? Mid
I
late
would say
40s?
middle to late. Well,
It's
I
been
don't
11
know
years. I don't
because
know.
they're probably late 40s because if we dating,
Oh, Danisha. Oh, that's my girl. The audio. Hey, y'all. I love her. I wanted to know how. Okay. I didn't know that was you. she gets me popping on TikTok. She's old. I post her stuff on her videos on IG and on Facebook too. But hey, um, okay, so we're gonna ask Tina, Tara, and
All right.
Roz if they can tell us how old Asmir is now. Uh-oh, did I?
Mm-mm.
Ebony would have been Tara. Ebony would have been Tara, Vicky. I caught that. I caught that because didn't Asmir tell him that? And in the meantime,
Mm.
yep, I caught that too.
Mm.
I clocked that T, Vicky. I totally agree, love. I missed the point. Dang, I'm sorry. I don't even know what I said, Autumn. Yes, Autumn, are you going to be at Indie Love this year? Yes, Raina and Hayden are one and the same. They are. Mm-hmm. Aw. It's just officially my fave in the LBU. He's the only one that never pissed me off. Oh, really? Yeah, because they will piss you off, girl.
I can agree with this, Autumn. I feel like the conversation and having her cousin was in a similar relationship helped Hayden truly open up to feel for
Hmm.
Ish.
I think it did too. I don't know why it did though. I didn't understand it because to me, Raina was painting a story saying, "Girl, you in danger," but I love it here. That to me is how I would have perceived it. Like, Raina, what are you talking about? You in danger? These alpha men, girl. You know. But her thing was, I ain't going nowhere. I'm here. I'm at home.
Mm-hmm. Love somebody said they love how you be chatting like you ain't write the book.
I know, but this is not a marketing ploy. Like people are, you can go so many ways with people. Hey, like who was it? Was it Boom who said she felt it Sean? Hey, she could be right. Was that Boom who said that? She could be right. I don't know. Like she ain't right this ma'am. I know. Ebony Janice, Janice, my African sister, she's African American, but whatever. She put up a post about that and tagged me in it, how like you act like you ain't make these people up in your head.
Oh, I'm about to lose y'all all the way, y'all.
Uh-oh, the battery.
Yeah, your max battery is like on red. Like,
Uh-oh.
hey,
I could have sworn I read in one of the books. Okay, we got that one. Dang, where am I? Okay. Dang, how did I go all the way up?
I don't know. I feel like I did too because now I'm like, I think I fell in love.
No, I appreciate. Okay, I'm picking up on somebody's conversation. Uh-oh, did we hit at the same time, Josh?
I didn't hit nothing. I'm scrolling.
Okay. Um, Raina and Lex were telling Hayden about. Yeah.
Devin said you was a whole comedian.
In this book because why the guy Mika hooks up with had to have it. So I know that. You know, and all I can think about was him being cocky. You know, they were slamming me in the reviews, and I was like, "Well, what did I
For
do?"
this one too?
No, not this one. Josh, what book was that? They were slamming. This
Oh,
is before
Maz and
prison.
Sundria's book. Maz and Sundria.
Was it this that recent?
Yes.
When they said this is my last time reading Love, or no,
Yep.
it was before that. I said I was gonna give her one more chance, and she did this. I was like, "Well, what did I do?" And someone called me an ableist. That could have been Miles and
That
Sundry.
was Maz and Sundria.
But
Because
I felt like it was before then. I mean,
no,
several people
because
on the same
the
thing were
list
going in on me.
because of the guy's lisp and his body shape was like
Hmm. Look, people like that really exist. I mean, why not write about them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really exist that way. D, hush. You bring it back. You're triggering me. Some people were trying to cancel me. Like, well, what did I do? I love Raina's personality in this book. Raina had to grow up, Chantel. She was very closed. She was worse than Hayden. Raina had to open up, and I applaud her for doing that.
Why did Rana
Um,
not like Pink?
who's Pink?
Who's Pink? Why does that sound from Pink? Oh, the performer Pink.
Oh, Nicki Minaj. She
Nah,
just don't like her. She
I don't
just
like
don't.
her. Yeah.
Yeah, she just wasn't a fan. I love Raina's person. Oh, dang. Dang, why am I? This thing is moving. It was funny how Hayden didn't believe that Lex and Ezra visited the sex club. Yeah, and I don't think she really understands like they are members. Like she really didn't understand. I don't even know if did she even know that okay, so she knows Lex knows about it, but did she know that they're members?
No, she didn't because Lex didn't really the way Lex
He
presented
told
like
her about the
yeah,
spot.
like basically like I heard and there's this and she kind of presented like it could have been before I got married. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She didn't really say my husband. She never said my husband and I
are
went.
members.
Yeah.
I hope I'm remembering correctly, but she kept saying, "Nah, her husband ain't going to that club. Nah."
Right.
Oh my gosh. What y'all hollering at? Vicky said she's hollering. Dev says she's hollering. Y'all talking about what them people try to cancel me. As Ruby would say, they tried to pick me up. I was like, what did I do?
Yep.
Lex
Allegra.
done
I
told.
love it.
Oh,
Allegra said them hoes don't have
have
a
a
sense
sense
of
of
humor
humor.
and don't belong in the LBU.
Yeah, but they were paying me to be. I was like, who are they talking about? They got me confused.
This is
Confusion.
Lisa, you are absolutely right. How you gonna be mad about diversity?
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. These people really do exist. They make the world, in many ways, they make the world softer. You know what I mean?
But
I
we
mean,
quick, but we quick to love from an urban romance the dude who's shooting up
pop,
everybody.
pop, 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 pop. No, let me stop. I'm just being funny. Now that was me being silly. I was being silly.
But I'm just saying we quick to love on them, but we not supposed to get out of here.
Ezra's gentle guidance, and the spirit surrounding her and her need for community was spot on. Yeah, I like that, Leah. I think a lot of us suffer from that. We lack because of isolation. Because sometimes it's easier to be alone rather than to deal with imperfect people, and we're all imperfect. I struggle with that. My nana, who I just lost, I often have to think about her when I'm like, I don't want to be bothered with this person because we'll cut you off that's our toxicity. We'll cut you off in a heartbeat, and she cut off family, and it just to me didn't work out in her favor. So I always have to say to myself, you need community. The Belvins, they don't play that. Belvins, we are a family like a giant tree. But the other side is like, I don't need this headache. So I try to balance it out myself. So I think a lot of us can relate to that to some degree.
Erica, you are absolutely right. Lex done told everybody how she get that thing tapped, and everyone let it go over their head like not
Oh my God, so true. She
because
said
they be like not Ezra. Like Lex just talking out the side of her neck. They don't believe it.
like, I think she said in Love's Encroachment, I'm gonna go home. He's gonna spank my ass. Something like that. She said, and they're like, okay,
Right.
really? That guy? Um, Belvin, please. I say?
I'm sorry. I took it away. I'm
Okay, one
sorry.
thing love will do is have a woman change a man's mind about love. None of these men wanted relationships with the strength of a woman. No, none of them would. No, none of them were. Well, Maz wanted Sandria real bad. Maz, but you're right. Oftentimes they're not looking for love. They're just, content with however they conduct their relationships. Yeah, I agree. Ezra don't play about Lex. Yeah, he was ready to put his shield. Yes, he was. And you don't
Yep.
want him to get ugly because he's gonna do some type of martial arts, some type of chop chop. Belvin, please. What did I do? What did I say? You talking about when they try to cancel me? Remember I had a stalker, Josh?
Yeah.
That was like 3 years ago. Oh, she was obsessed over the wayward, like she didn't like the way I would reprise them. What are you
Wait,
laughing at?
I can't. Shut up, Allegra.
Josh, you about to lose your man. Sarah said Juggy gonna be with Peach. Oh no. Juggy is obsessed with Jocelyn. He's mad at her because she's married with her own little life.
I can't. I hate y'all
Can we give a hand clap for Ezra Sean? Okay, God. Yeah, we need that, bro. We need that. Okay, Max was locked in. Who is Max, Vicky? Max is locked in. I love that Lex is not your typical preacher's wife. I'm going back to Riri. Yeah, we're actually editing that right now. I'll be reading them tonight too. I'm on in covenant with Ezra. Also be addressing the mindset of some daughters who are raised watching single moms hold it down, may not always see the value in what a man can bring to a relationship. Leah, that is very important. I know a lot of women like that too, and you don't know what you don't know. Your thing is you can't depend on a man, so you think or you've been taught, and you're just like, I'm gonna take. I saw my mom do it. So yep. Oh, that's what when I said pop. Yeah, I was being comical. Dev was right about that. I was being a little comedian, but it just came out of nowhere. It just sounded like something Sundry would say, and that tickled me too. Mike said, "No lie, this book had me on the edge, like the Muted Hopelessness series. I kept finding things I don't like about him. Ashton was a saint to me. Ashton was a saint. Okay.
Wow.
Excuse me. Just
Wow.
on this floor.
Ashton barked at Tori from the. Okay. Wow. But okay.
I love Juggy too. Juggy was my comic relief. And I loved how Winston James he ate Juggy up. He did a
You
good job.
think you slick? You put Juggy in here too, at the tea house. Ain't nobody crazy.
Oh, he sure was. Yes, he
was at the tea
was.
house
With his
with
crossword
his
puzzle.
crossword puzzle.
Mm-hmm. Is it Leroy? What about Leroy? Okay, I'm sorry,
No,
I'm in our
absolutely
conversation.
not.
What is she asking?
I think she's trying to say is Leroy with Brielle. No, I hope that's not what she asking.
Oh
Or with
no.
Pete.
Okay, well let me make this clear. I'm sorry, I should have addressed this. So in the Love Unaccounted series, Josh, help me remember which book was it? Was it either in Love or Bonded? Ezra has his friends over, Bishop Jones. He has like scientists, like he has very, very like smart friends, and they had a gathering at his house. He was introduced there. Something Williams, I forget his first name.
I'd
He's
have to
a
go back and look.
yeah, he's a Pan Africanist. Yeah, he was introduced there. I'm sure, even in Love with Ezra, but Peach, there was no Peach. It was just
right.
We learned a little bit about him because I knew where I was going with him, but I thought I would have gotten to him by now. Yeah. Okay, so Tina said, I guess Esme is 47 since Raina indicated she was 37. So he's 10 years older than her. Oh, wow. So you remember Tara. It's from In Love with Ezra. Yeah. I should have said that. It's no secret. It's no secret.
Yeah, I like this too. I like that Leroy was Ishan.
Oh yeah, I love Leroy.
And Leroy called it out. Leroy called it out a long time in book one. That's your baby, because you wouldn't be doing all of this if it wasn't.
And he was trying to get all up in her business. So this is the next book. The next is
Norma Jean was with all the babies. Wait.
Oh, everybody here or mention. Boom, what are you talking about? Did I barge in on your conversation? I love how you show
said everybody was kind of from all of your past was somewhat mentioned.
That's why I need you on here, Jocelyn, because you be breaking stuff down. Be going way over my head. I love how you show positive relationships with Oh yeah, heck yeah. Leroy's a very smart man. He's a very connected man. They need Leroy. Leroy is connected to billionaires. Like he knows those upper echelon people. Plus, he's smart and he's good people. He doesn't try to violate them or flirt with them. No, he respects their boundaries, and he's gonna tell them, "You're gonna respect mine too." You what did he call him? What do you call it? Homophobe. He called him. I forget what he called. Deshaun and Deshaun snapped on him. All right. Okay, I was just wondering because he seems like is he's the big homie to everyone. Oh yeah, oh he is. He's the is that what she was saying? The nexus? Is that it, like the nucleus? Like, yeah, he definitely he's the connector of most, not all. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wait, I'm so Norma Jean, not Norma Jean.
Mm,
Y'all are
rest in peace, Norma
hilarious.
Jean. Homophobic, thank you. Your homophobic panties are showing. Yep. Leroy said that to Sean and Sean snapped on. I think Raj snapped on him too about that.
I love
Um
this was gonna be. I meant to ask you this in one of
yeah,
our text messages, and I
yeah, we're gonna have to address that. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know. We're gonna have to address that because that's gonna come out. I'm telling you, they've been talking to me. That whole thing with Trent and that girl.
right. Because Maya
He
just brought it.
posted.
Maya just said it too because Trent was left the room during their threesome.
Mhm. Is she bi, or is that was that an experience? Her trying to entice, and Trent said that wasn't for me. That was for you. I don't know, but we're gonna have to bring that. We're gonna have to address that. Yeah, I thought she was saying that about 80 J or Ezra, Brielle and Jade. Oh yes,
Yes, y'all see, I got my Connecticut King shirt on today.
uh huh.
I wore it
Oh,
on
my
purpose.
jersey is still that's a jersey.
My jersey, yeah, I said shirt. My
Yeah,
jersey.
mine is still hanging up in my closet. It's like it's on display in my closet. I was gonna wear it to Indie Love, but I think it's gonna be too hot. So listen, can I tell you guys? It's not so for Brielle. Bri- uh, how can I say this without giving it away? Even I don't really care, but with Brielle and where she and her guy are going to link. Y'all ready for this? It's gonna be in South Carolina in Shishi's family's community. I forget what it's called. There in South Carolina. So she's gonna land there, find herself there, and the poor girl is gonna be like, I can never I can't find peace. So we're gonna be dealing with Shishi's not just her family. We're gonna expand it to that community. So we're gonna hear more about Shishi. And I think we're gonna get her wedding. I wanna see Shishi and Jay. I thought we would have had their wedding by now. But I had to wait because of that timeline. I
No,
had to
it's not
wait.
Mason Beach, Lisa. She's asking. It's not Mason
No,
Beach.
not
That's
Mason
not
Beach.
where.
No,
That's not
that's not
where
where Shishi.
Shishi's
Mm-mm,
family is from.
mm-mm, mm-mm. You have to. Is it the? I know it's like the Belvin tribe or something like that, but I don't know if that's.
Yeah,
I
something
don't
like
think that's
that.
called. I have to go back and research that. I'm sure the librarians are probably gonna be like, no, she's gonna tell us to find where it is. But yeah, that is we're gonna spend some time there. Brielle is gonna spend some time there, and when she realizes whose family that is, because I think Jazz and I'm not sure. Jazz and I saw Jazz and
Della. They said
Maverick on
somebody
there.
said Della. Why does Della sound
Della.
familiar?
Yeah, it is Della. It's Della. You're right. Yeah, yep. Yep. Yep.
There's
Yep. Yep.
Khalees. Girl, you so late.
Oh, and El Moore is here.
Hey, Elle. Patrice. Did Patrice, is that Patrice? Where Patrice get here?
Yes, Della. I think Patrice been here. I think she's been here. Yeah, I was if I wasn't talking so much, Khalees, I was gonna try to DM you or something. Action was my spoilable. Yeah, McMeek. He was a brat. My Ashton. Ignore that, but she didn't even go to the concert, and you're gonna let her go hang with her family. Yeah, she don't know. Neither one of them knows. It's pure accident. Yep, it's gonna be something else. Yeah. Yep. 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 Because I remember when.
Somebody's asking her, does Amira get a story?
Mm, no, I don't see a story from there. I didn't see a story for real either, but I don't see a story from there. No. It's just son. I can understand his position, but his mouth got flipping at times. Yes, Hayden saved him that last she did, and she saved him before they went to Red's Island at the dinner table because Sean was not trying to hear his attitude then.
Girl, Juggy ain't gonna marry nobody.
Dougie's wife is on camera. You see this?
That's right there. Her and Tara. Because somebody said they thought Juggy's wife was in Della.
Oh, he was sleeping with somebody down there. Was stalking Joss, mad at Joss. No story for Mira, please. Kim. Hey, Kim. Yeah, he met him a lady friend down there. She's cousin. But now I don't think that's gonna go
Ain't
anywhere.
nobody hating on that. That man is obsessed with the character Jocelyn. Not gonna get married.
She can have a chapter in 5 and 7. Y'all are so mad at that little girl. Aww. Did Hayden know the depth or truth of Ishan's job?
No.
I think she got an idea. Remember, she said, "Did you kill the Green Giant?" My developmental editor also had a problem with this because she says, "Why doesn't she know what a CEO does?" I said, "Because you don't know you don't know the job duties for every CEO or COO. It all depends on how the organization is set up. And Sean's job is very, very murky. Like he does the corporate stuff, but he also does the security stuff. So yeah, so she said, because she's smart, but that's a dumb question. Everybody knows what a COO does. I know, it all depends on the organization. So I think she started learning Sai. Is that how you pronounce your name, Sai Wells? I think she has an idea.
Autumn said, "Did you know?" She said, the Ish is from on Joe Budden show is from Jersey.
Ish, those are Ruby's people. Ish, I think Jack works with Ish is the light skinned one. Autumn, is that the light skinned one? I think my best friend. They're in real estate. If that's the one that's in real estate, my best friend moves in circles with him. Jocelyn Hay moved around. Jocelyn, they got her life together. She had to get her life. She couldn't wait on Juggy. They allowed Kai to be flippant with how he speaks to them, but wanted to check him when he went too far. That boy was 17 and confused. He was. Mm-hmm. Yep. She understood after ADJ told her, but not really how deep. No, it's like when you're hearing it from other people and it's adding up, because I think when he said the Green Giant and he had to rush off, I think she knew something is awry, like something not so.
She kind of brought it up later on too. She said something about the Green Giant later.
Did you kill the Green Giant?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she has an idea. It may take her a while to really understand fully what he does. I'm all for women becoming moms, but I'm so glad that Ish got rid of that accent Creole, because Miss Thing was gonna be a problem. Yes, she would. Hey, how are you? I didn't know you were here. What's dope, Brittany? Hey, Brittany. ADJ broke it down for her. Ebony is Delulu, like Dawn. Oh my God. Elle is Ruby's girl. Ruby, my sister, love her some Elle. From Indie Love 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what year. Hey love. What's with Rob having my last name? Ooh, is that your last name? I know your last name. Is that your last name? He is of no relation to me, and that scally alligator skin Lisa you mentioned is not face. Oh my God! From book 1, tell the people no. Is that the lady from the meeting? She's on the board. Oh no, Lisa, no.
Lisa, love just be pulling names.
Randomly names. I don't know why I struggle with that. Yeah, I'm not creative outside of the main characters. I'm really not. I repeat, Terry and Troy. That was they should not be TYs. You know what I mean? Like, it should not be in the same TRYs, right? Yeah, I'm not creative with names. just seeing Dawn's name and list is reaction for me. Woo! Yeah, Dawn was a mess. The Nephilim Trust. So that was the family meet. But Della is where they are. So it's Della where yeah, we're gonna spend some time in Della with Brielle. I need Lisa makeup for this. Okay. All right, I got you.
Love so sweet. She said, okay, I got you. Because I'm like, girl. Yeah.
I just knew in my heart Ray Chopper called her man and told him to go get rid of that embryo. You thought it was that. Hey, yeah, that was a possibility, but no, it's Sean the Eagle did.
Rue needs to make a chat. Rue was on the last chat.
We called her, remember?
We called Rue on the last chat. Yep.
I didn't see a story for Brielle until we got to meet her hopelessness. I could see. Then because that was probably around the time. Oh, what was that? Was that just me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Somebody just chimed in my ear. Yeah, that's probably around the time I'd heard from her. Tip Top, what's your name? What can we call you besides Tip Top?
Okay. Somebody said Brielle needs a trip to Della so Aunt Rose can cleanse her all them.
No, we're gonna hear from Aunt Rose. Oh, see, Filoni, see, you see where we're going? We're eye to eye on that. No, we're gonna hear from Aunt Rose. Yeah.
Somebody said that they got sick of when he called her boo baby. And I was like, why?
Mm-hmm.
When she flipped it and said baby boo, and he was like, don't do that.
That's corny. Yeah. Knock it off.
And she kept doing it. I would laugh. I would chuckle every time.
Love. I am the 20th of May. That's your birthday, Patrice? All right now. I can't wait to hear that. Oh gosh, I'm nervous.
I love Boo Baby too. I love that whole Boo Baby. I loved it.
Curly's. Hi, Curly's.
I loved it. It was the way when he walked up on her in the meantime at Asmia's party and he said, Boo Baby, you got some explaining to do.
Mm-hmm. And he said, I don't care who baby that is in there. I want that thing again. It's okay, love. Head of security, Ayana handled business in that room. Yeah. That Ayana was whoo.
Oh my gosh. She was so excited. Love, she was so excited. She was so excited that her name was in the book.
Love, I am rereading Sadiq and Balan's story. Why do you think it took Sadiq so long to handle Jason? Jason was her school friend? That was a guy from school. I don't think he really saw him as a threat. I think that's somebody Sadiq slept on. Yep, Riel and Della L. Mm-hmm. Whitehead. I thought it was whiter. Yeah.
Wait, no, you gotta go back.
I'm sorry. If Hayden called that man a stranger one more time, I know I was a bit sick of it too, Chantel, but she was right. They didn't know each other. So you're talking about they met in February and they're living together in August. They don't know each other. But I got sick of it. I too got sick of it because it's like, okay, that may be a fact, but get over it, move on.
And think about it. Even when you have been with somebody for a while and then y'all live together, there's still things you don't know that will, you know.
No, that was true. They didn't know each other. It's just that wasn't a focal point for him. And it did get annoying. Yeah, Whitehead is Lisa's last name. Witter. Was his name Witter or Whiter? Rob's? I didn't see a story for Brielle. Okay, I got that.
Because we're the best, Autumn. What? We're the best.
Love, I noticed your babies are often November babies. More importantly, no, it's just really I'm gonna tell you a weakness of mine, along with the names, sub-character names. I don't give birthdays oftentimes, until like Tina here, she'll tell you, I didn't have birthdays for Ishan and Hayden. I didn't know when their birthday was until I needed that for a scene. Because sometimes it just falls there. Like for the Muted Hopelessness series, how uh Ashton, what's her name? Avery, and Tori's, their birthdays were back to back. I
Mhm.
wanted Avery and Tori's birthday to be back to back, but then the way the storyline started unfolding, it just fell into that. So no, I'm not really good at that. And people be like, "Oh, she's a Scorpio. Oh, she's an Aries. She does sound like an Aries." I don't know what an Aries sounds like. I'm not that. I'm not that good. It's just when I need the birthday to happen, boom, I have it. What's her name? Hayden. I didn't know when that child's birthday was until I got to her shower. The shower got close. I was like, okay, boom, there you go. Can we talk about these tense paternity scenes? About the tense paternity scene? Wasn't Hayden celibate? Why because she felt so insecure. Why she act like she wasn't sure? I think her thing was, you told him that. Like, I thought we were good.
Right.
I don't.
I didn't feel as though she knew all along. Hayden said it
She
all
knows
along.
her
She was
body.
just
Yeah.
entertaining,
Her
in
thing
my
was,
opinion, she was entertaining Ish's assumption of her. Like
yeah,
she
like
kept
you
saying,
said this
"You
to
don't
your
know me, and I
son.
don't know you."
Mm-hmm.
And in his
Yeah.
mind, to me, well, you sitting up here playing a prostitute, so this must how
Mm-hmm.
you get down.
I saw that more of her being insecure about the fact that this was a blunder. But yeah, she knew her body. And then also too, like, okay, he has me in here. He's done all of this for me. He doesn't think my baby. You told your son Sonny is not your child. That would have been a big betrayal for her because she felt like I thought we were on one accord with this thing. So,
Oh, somebody said, "What was up with Munchie towards the end?"
Munchie got herself together and started losing weight, and not because Deshaun wanted her to, but she knew she had to. She was an unhealthy size, so it was one of those things where Munchie needed to improve on herself because Deshaun's job is very physical, and Deshaun, if Munchie never complained, Deshaun would have never complained about it, but because she complained and there were physical signs of her, not being able to keep up, he said, "Hey, Munch, I'll help you," and I think she did it on her own. I don't know. I'm not sure if Deshaun helped her.
I
But she
know,
did that for herself.
Keisha. I know, right?
I know, with his handsome self. Look, how do I know what Jordan looks like? I just see him being such a cute kid. But yeah, Jordan is growing up. Oh, he on L. Yeah, those birthdays were wild. And once I started weaving them, I just needed because I needed us to see how he treated Avi's birthday versus uh, Tori's. But then as I started writing, when his birthday was near there, then I was like, okay, that whole him saying, I know Tori wanted this on her birthday, but I want that to be my birthday gift. So I'm gonna make her wait a whole day. It's
I
just a
think
Taurus, yeah.
Hayden killed me trying to have her baby live in that illegal basement apartment. She was so stubborn. I think Hayden was at a point where this is what I'm dealing with, and I'm gonna make it do what it do.
And
Um,
I think Hayden had a nice apartment. It just wasn't that man ain't gonna let you have that baby there. And Hayden is just narrowly viewed. Like she had a narrow view, like Ezra, we were talking about earlier, Ezra pointed out, when you saw your mother making it happen any way she can, you think you can do the same. But everybody was telling her it's not. I think it's a nice apartment, and I think she could have taken the baby there if that was the best she can give the baby, and her and the baby would have been fine. It's her. It is illegal for her to rent it out, but it's her apartment. I had to look it up. I had to ask Jag, but she can live there all she wants because she's the owner. But it was just a man like Ashawn would never tolerate that, and even her cousins was like, "Well, what are you gonna do? You can't go down there." So she is the only assistant who was not annoying. ADJ assistant, Sims assistant, annoying. Munchie is the only one who stayed in her lane.
y'all thought ADJ, y'all thought his assistant, he had a male assistant. How was he annoying?
The white guy, yeah,
Yeah, he wasn't annoying.
Brian. Or did he have more than one assistant? Oh,
Mm, Then maybe they think, I don't know if they're thinking about Don. If you're talking about Don, she wasn't an assistant. She was a business partner, not a business
And
partner.
who was Sin's assistant? Sin had an assistant?
You know who sent that. I
Who?
can't think of her name. She started out, she's supposed to be an apprentice, and she ended up being.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She stuck it to she. Yep, I forgot.
Juggy is married to who? I don't know why I be entertaining these foolishness. Khalees, who is Juggy married to?
Yeah, she owned the home. Let me tell. Maybe it's because my best friend is a broker and a real estate agent. I've seen some tricked out spaces in Patterson, and not even Patterson, even outside of Patterson. I've seen some nicely renovated spots, and that's what. I'm sorry for that noise. I had to pull down my shades. It's getting dark out.
Wait, y'all are wild. Munchie and Juggy.
To get together. Juggy only gonna do it to make Jocelyn jealous.
That is too funny to me.
Hayden was so blind she didn't realize it was a millionaire task. Yeah, we talked about that, Vicky. She didn't. She knew he was wealthy. She knew he wasn't. He had multiple businesses, but she wasn't counting his pockets. She had so much more pending things running through her mind than what's in his bank account. Yeah, Ebony was crazy. She wanted to be a voyeur and watch Hayden.
That was
Did
wild.
y'all catch that though? Because I think my
That was
editor
wild.
brought that up. I said, you don't remember at the top of the book, in Everly Love, when they were in Dr. Parrish's office, and she made a comment talking about her aunt can watch, or
Yep.
no, not her aunt can watch. It's something about watching.
Somebody was there. Whoever was with her.
Aunt, it was her aunt. That was her aunt, and I don't know if she said. I don't know if she said to him, I want to watch, or somebody can watch us. I can't remember. I was like, really? Okay. And what do you get out of that? Like, really? It's a power trip. You freak. Her auntie, yep. See, this is how I knew Khalees was going, because Khalees would have been answering questions at the top. At the top. All right, so we're approaching 2 hours here.
Oh, she's talking about the secretary. Miss Meg. Was it Miss Meg? ADJ secretary.
Oh, yes.
The receptionist. Yes. Peggy. Miss Peggy.
She was horrible. She was god awful. And she told Raina, you think you're the first, good looking girl trying, vying for Mr. Jacobs' attention?
Oh, Lady Peg.
She was like, I gotta protect him. I forgot about that. Dang, Josh. Are there any questions? You guys, I mean, I know we're talking about the project, but obviously I'll answer any question. But anything outside of the project, are we clear with the audio releases happening? The next one is next month, as Patrice pointed out, on May 20th. That's In Covenant with Ezra. Sadiq, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think we'll have any more releases until the fall. And it's not my fault. I don't make those dates. It's the publishing company. But we're going to have another bump in releases in the fall. We had some at the top of the year. We're going to have a lot of them at the end of the year. And to be clear, Brielle's story is next. I got to clean my boards. I'll probably do that while I'm fasting. Brielle will be next. I actually sold her an audio, and I need to, what you said, fulfill my obligations. Any other questions? Oh, I'm talking and I'm not even looking for the questions. I'm like, y'all gonna talk back, right? Winston James is Ezra. Who's Miller? Yes, Khalees. Winston, and I harassed Winston so bad. I harassed him so bad to prep him for it. Let me wash my mouth. Yeah, you gotta wait. Oh, will the same narrators be this story? Oh yeah, the same narrators. Yes, Nita. Yeah, of course. I can't wait to hear. Yeah, me too. I know Alex ate that roll up. I like the way Alex portrayed Lex. Wait a minute. Yeah, I like the way she portrayed. Oh, and Sadiq, that's what it was in the Sadiq series. She ate Lex and Tashi up in the Sadiq, and he was a friend, Alex Monroe. I know, Vicky. Yeah, they determine, the publishing company, and they honestly they go according to the narrator's availability. So that's when we fall on the schedule on the calendar. Brielle, I'm only anticipating one book for Brielle. Love, call me when you ask me about writing my character. Okay, sugar. No, I can't do that because your character will be like into BDSism or something like that, and then I don't want you like, love, don't make me that dirty, or that's not dirty, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, my girl Tashi needs a book too. I'm not interested in Tashi like that. I love Tashi too. I love her down, but I'm not. Tashi a little too hood for me. I'm a little too bougie.
Devin said John stood love.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When it's Coach, he is next, and they're done. I can tell you when that's gonna happen. Go ahead, back to your question.
Who's doing lines?
Wednesday?
Oh,
No, I don't. No, 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 no. Don't quote me on that. Hang on, I'll tell you. I don't know if it's midnight or Wednesday. Yeah. And I'm wondering when is that release date? Because that should be the next book coming out.
I don't know.
Who is this? Love's Encroachment. Nope, it's Midnight and Alex. Oh,
Mm.
that'll be in June. That'll be June 3rd. June 3rd. June 3rd is Love's Encroachment. So then I think after that, I think September is when they'll start back up. Okay, I thought you were gonna find yours that I Jocelyn.
Go ahead. I don't know. They coming in.
By the way, Love's Ineligible Receiving is amazing. Oh my gosh, Mike, I love them. Oh my God, they gave me the feels. I was like, and you know what? Alex had fun with Parker. I think Parker is her favorite so far. She said she's just so chill. She's just so chill. I love them. Yeah. And I loved how Winston kind of melted into Rut. And yeah, he made him palpable. Yeah. Um Oh, you'll be listening on your cruise. So you got a birthday release and an anniversary release.
Dang, Patrice gonna be in the streets.
She lucky, I know. Let me get something on my birthday.
Going
Can
on
I get
a
a drop?
cruise, then she'll be here, girl.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's time for it. And the studded out brooch for. Oh, you talking about me? My ensemble? Well, thank you. Okay, I did that one already. Oh, can we get an applause?
Somebody saying,
I was outside.
Story, get an audio book.
So we're working on it now. I was just talking about it. My publishing partner gave me an option to do it ourselves. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know. Because I know who I want to do it with. But I wanted to talk to my agent about it first to see what she thought before we act. But yeah, we got to take care of that in 2025. It won't be out in 2025, but unless we do it ourselves, and we're lucky enough to get on a.
What is this little girl?
On a narrator's calendar. Love, tell the people how I got Rut and. Oh yes, child. Dee sent me a picture. I think it was a Rutledge on a docket. She said, "I want to know what Rut is in here at this courthouse for." I said, "Yeah, find out." She said, "I'm gonna go sneak in there." Oh my gosh, he'll be 80. Wow. Will Peach get a book? Yes, we talked about that. Jessie, yep, Peach will get her book. I can't wait to get to that, but I feel like there's I got Brielle's project, and then I have another project of completely new, we never heard of clients, and then prayerfully Peach will be after that. Excuse me. Why are they sleeping on who's sleeping on them? I think that was probably me I feel like a year ago. Dang, Johnson, when was that? And I'm gonna watch my words here. When was that I approached the narrator and the narrator said they weren't available for Love Unaccounted? Was
Last,
that last spring?
last year.
I know it's last. I don't know if it was
I
in
feel
the
like it was
spring.
toward the
Yeah,
middle,
probably the
in the
summer.
summer,
Yeah.
beginning of fall.
So it was like last year when I actively pushed for Love Unaccounted. So now I need to actively push for Waiting to Breathe. But
Mm,
yeah, we're gonna get it out. What's Lee talking about?
I don't know.
Um,
Must be Stenton Row, I guess.
ADJ. Okay. All right. I think Indie Love reorders drop in May.
Pre-orders.
Gather
Some
your coin.
pre-orders.
Okay. If you don't have a ticket, only thing available is the book event. Yeah, that's the only tickets that are available. The actual event. Um, Winston James, Leah. Ruh is the only Rogue is probably because he's an immature a-hole, but we love that about
Yeah, because
him
I'm
and
at the
how.
beginning and he's irritating my soul.
Yo, I was in I didn't even tell you this. I was in the grocery store listening to him last week, and I
Hmm.
found myself saying, "Oh, Rod, why would you say?"
Right.
I mean, I was like clutching my. I'm in public, and I'm just jumping, and it happened several times.
Especially when he is being nasty to Coach Sloan. Coach Sloan, right? Yeah.
Oh, that was one of them calling her bitch.
Yeah. And
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
oh my God.
I forgot all about my rut butt being like that. Woo! Yeah, he's a YN.
Legra said, ain't no rut slander in here.
I know. Legret takes that's her little brother. He takes up for him. He was out of pocket a few times. Yes, he was. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, Rut. Sting gets a bad rap, but I love it. Yeah, he does. Because you know what? I was that was young LB when I didn't really care. I feel like I started learning after that how sensitive the our lit community can be. So we have some sensitive readers, and I'm like, yo, life ain't sensitive. Like things like this happen, but another subject for another day. Rut danced on my nerves, called out her name. Rut grew into himself. All right, well, Rut is not a YN. He was a YND. Rut matured and grew up. Uh-huh. All right, well, yep. The irony. Yep, you said that right. All right, well, I really don't like Ebony. Just couldn't leave that out. I like Ebony. I just feel like Ebony needs some help.
Khalees missed all of that. So she's throwing in stuff that
Hmm.
she missed.
Always a good time with Elby and Josh. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wait a minute. Patrice. Oh gosh. Patrice get some tough skin because we all yeah.
Like I said
Someone
before,
asked me that on IG.
some of the stuff that we read and we give a pass on, and then some authors write stuff and we give a pass on that, and then other authors and we don't. We need to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying we. It ain't me, but I'm saying we. Is in general. We need to stop all of that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, D. Twirl in my living room, girl. That's my grieving song for my nana. I be dancing and crying listening to that song. Yeah, that song took on a new meaning for me, so I had to bring it to my art. Will you be able? Yeah. So Tara, I'm glad you brought that up. I talked to Josh about this at nauseum. So I think Bonded with Ezra is available now for pre-sale, right? But I think that was done in error. Not that it won't stay. I think they're if I were them, I would just leave it up. They have to because people started pre-ordering. But I think that it was whoever did it wasn't familiar with the titles, and they thought Bonded possibly was the first book, and that's why they put it on pre-sale very very early. So I talked to my agent about it for her to talk to the publishing company because it is confusing because the first book in the series is In Covenant with Ezra. That should be available for pre-order, but they told me they have 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks in advance to put it up for pre-sale. So we'll see. But I'm working on that, Tara, because that was an error by the publishing company. So I'm glad you brought that up. Oh, thank you, Chantel. Ezra and Lex have Ebony on their prayer list. She'll be all right. Yeah, they need to. Maybe Ezra can give her some therapy. Oh, you had a Nana who was an angel now. Yep, her song was I Apologize. Oh, that was your Nana song. I apologize.
See
Oh,
you in June,
believe me.
Autumn.
Yes, we'll see each other in June. So I'm gonna let Josh do the closing,
Yep.
the
Well, thank
benediction.
you, ladies. Thank you, everybody that joined us this evening. It's always a pleasure when LB and I get together and can talk
Yes.
about her books and let y'all rant and rave and have a great time. If you're coming to Indie Love, we look forward to seeing you. Make sure you check out the pre-orders. Love's pre-orders drop in May, and everybody else's should be dropping fairly soon. You all have a great evening, and we will see y'all soon.
And thank you so much, Josh, for hosting us once again. We
You are
appreciate you.
absolutely welcome.
All right. Good night, ladies.